during my day, so that's why I do make a lot of those. But it does translate well to comedy, actually. But what we also need today is a little bit of yoga, a little bit of mindfulness. So to the stage, we have coming a comic who is also a yoga instructor, which I just learned. Please welcome Dutch Martin.
Woo!
Thank you very much. Okay, got a question. How many of you here speak a foreign language?
What?
Wonderful. I speak a little French, right? I studied French for a long time, and I learned that there are words in French and English that look alike but don't mean the same thing. In French, they're called faux amis or false friends. You know, like Will Smith and Chris Rock. Now, take the English word preservative and the French word préservatif. Let me explain. We're here at the Electric Palm restaurant. You want to eat organic, so you ask the waiter, do you have any food without preservatives? Well, if you say that in French, est-ce qu'il y a des plats sans préservatifs? You just ask the waiter, do you have any food without condoms? How about the English word exciting? And it's French, false French excitant. Now, Diane and her lovely wife are here in the audience. How are you? Okay. In English, I would say it's exciting to meet Diane and her lovely wife. If I say that in French, c'est très excitant de faire la connaissance de Diane et sa femme. I basically just said meeting my first married lesbian couple makes me horny.
That's great.
Wayne, don't judge me.
That's it. I ain't judging at all.
Even the slightest change in pronunciation of a French word can change its whole meaning. See, in Paris, there's a museum called Musée de Quai Branly. The Branly Museum. It's pronounced Branly, not Branly. If you pronounce it Branly, it becomes the museum for touching yourself. You see, even using a French-English dictionary without knowing the context can get you in trouble. And years ago, I'm in French class, where I'm telling a story about going on a date the week before, and I wanted to say that my date and I, we had a great time, we enjoyed ourselves. So I looked in the French-English dictionary for the word for enjoy. It said jouir. I said, okay, I'm going to use it. I told my entire class, nous avons bien joué. Everybody's face turned red. Why? Instead of saying we had a great time, I said we had a great orgasm. and don't get it twisted. See, this false friendship between French and English words, it goes both ways. A few years back, the president of France, Emmanuel Macron, was hosting the Australian Prime Minister, Malcolm Turnbull, and his wife in Paris. And he wanted to express in English how delighted he was to have them there. So he says, Mr. Prime Minister, I just want to thank you and your delicious wife. Speaking of delicious wives, my wife is from Morocco. Okay, she's from Morocco. English is not her first language. In fact, she speaks 3 languages: French, Arabic, and just like my mother. Now we have an 11-year-old son named Luther, okay? There are 3 things my son loves more than me. His mom, hash browns, and Chick-fil-A sauce. He's 11. Now, it's funny how you meet people online, but you've never met them, but yet they want to tell you how to raise your kid. Some woman on Facebook got really irate when I posted one time that my wife and I decided to have our son circumcised when he was a newborn. She was like, don't you know that the male foreskin allows for easier vaginal penetration? I was like, so does a man with money. I'm like, cut or uncut. If he's got bank, she will not acquit till she makes it fit. See what I did there? Mixed nuts, the kind you buy at Foster, like the kind we have to vote for in November. I keep my nuts in a big plastic jar on the kitchen counter, not in my wife's purse. So my wife and son and I are driving home one day. My son says, I'm hungry. My wife says, well, when we get home, you can make hash browns. My son goes, well, Mom, where did you put the Chick-fil-A sauce? She says, on Daddy's nuts. Then my wife, and then my son goes, where are daddy's nuts? My wife looked me right in the eye and went, in my purse. That's smart, I'm out.